Formula 1. Phil Bicknell number 7 takes an early lead from Danny Wright and 407 leads it. The two Smiths putting bumper in there, but it's Phil Bicknell who gets clear. Followed by 17 Danny Wright. Cars at the back of the grid making good move through. First red top to show is number 8 Mick Harris. Danny Wright takes an early lead as Phil Bicknell closes up on the back straight. Early spinner on the bottom bend is 2-8 Colin Nern and 215 Jeff Nichols on the home straight. It pulls off to centre green. Danny Wright leads. 207 in second place. 289 Alan Bedford is spinning out coming into the home straight and 407 third. 242 Dave Nichols and Mark Webster 226. Down the back straight a good lead there from Danny Wright number 17. He's already won 1-8 this month. Keep an eye on him. The white tops and the blue tops are bunching up down the back straight and number 17 Danny Wright has got a clear lead. 17 Danny Wright, lead man. Second place coming round is number 407, that's Craig Smith. And 226 Mark Webster all the way from the blue tops. Followed by 423 Ian Tingle. Ian Tingle puts the bumper in. Mark Webster moves wide. Ian Tingle up to third, but it's 17 Danny Wright still in the lead. 406 7 Darren Smith in second place and 423 Ian Tingle third. Darren Smith spins out. Ian Tingle takes second place. Mark Webster third and Mick Harris comes into fourth. It's 17 Danny Wright in your lead. 423 Ian Tingle and 226 Mark Webster. Mick Harris, the first of the red tops to show through. He's putting pressure on the blue tops now, and Frankie Wayman Senior comes through to fifth place. Your leader on the back corner there, 17 Danny Wright coming through the back markers at a bit of ease there. It's 17 Danny Wright, 423 in Tingle and 226 Mark Webster. That's your first, second and third. Danny Wright 17 having a good lead here. He's already tasted victory this season. Ian Tingle, your second place man, spins out. There's 226 Mark Webster goes through to second place, followed by Mick Harris. Ian Tingle collects Dave Nichols on the bottom bend and 477 Mark Brightmore spins out and makes it straight. 264 Gary Linton and 488 Andy Turner up on the bottom bend. It's still number 17 Danny Wright your leader. Going away. Oh, Danny Wright's been caught up on the bottom bend. Mark Webster's coming through, but Danny Wright squeezes through. Hot on his heels is 226 Mark Webster. Wave yellows, wave starter, wave yellows. Your leader is 17 Danny Wright. Through to second place is number 8 Mick Harris. And third place Frankie Wayman Jr. To Mr. Starter. The green flags are out and away we go for the restart of heat number 1, BriSCA Formula 1. Danny Wright number 17 is going to get a big one from Mick Harris. The bumper goes in Danny Wright spins out wide. Mick Harris goes through to the lead. Wayman gets on the inside and Mick Harris has got a problem. So your leader, number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Second is 17, Danny Wright, and third is 226, Mark Webster. Rob Cowley coming through to fourth, followed by Frankie Wayman Sr. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr., followed by 17, Danny Wright, and 226, Mark Webster. Frankie Wayman Jr. catching up on the back markers there, about to pass through goal, 273 on the back straight. So Wayman, no trouble at all, pulling out in the front. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr., number 17, Danny Wright in second place. Rob Cowley pushing for second place. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter, halfway next time. More into the fence hard with Rob Cowley. Keep an eye on them on the bottom end. 407 Darren Smith spins in and collects the 477 car. Everything's all right on the bottom end. Keep it going, Mr. Starter. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. and 17, Danny Wright. 226, Mark Webster and number 8, Mick Harris. Down the back straight, Wayman Jr. pulling away with a clear lead there. Nobody's going to catch him in this one. The wave yellows. Wave yellows. We got a bit of problem on the bottom bend. A big shunt there. Mark Brightmore going through the fence there. In second place. Rob Cowley pushing for second place. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter, halfway next time. A big pile up there and Mark Brightmore into the fence hard with Rob Cowley. Keep an eye on them on the bottom end. 407 Darren Smith spins in and collects the 477 car. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. and current world champion on the back straight. He's your leader. Second place, 226, Mark Webster. Wait for the green flag. Here we go. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Pulling away there. Claiming second place. Mark Webster 226. Mick Harris the bumper to get out there and Mark Webster. Mark Webster goes by ball. Second place. And Ian Tingle flying into the fence. Wave yellows, Mr. Starter. Wave yellows. Wave yellows again there. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Keep going though. Fence seems to be down on the bottom bend, it's Wayman Jr. in the lead. Mick Harris through to second place and Andy Turner, the superstar, coming back into third place. Gary Linton moving up into fourth. It's 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Miles in the lead here for heat number 1. Second place, Mick Harris, is Max Murray Harrison car. And Andy Turner, 488 coming through to third. Gary Linton up to fourth and Mark Webster fifth. Wayman Jr.'s got half of that lead on the rest of the field here. Away in front of Mr. Starter. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. 5 laps next time, Mr. Starter. 5 laps next time for Wayman Jr. Mick Harris there in second place, holding it comfortably off. Mick Harris goes wide. It's the Ian Tingle at 488. Andy Turner through to second place. So Mick Harris drops down to third. 264, Gary Linton's fourth as Wayman Jr. goes through with 5 to go. Andy Turner broadsiding around the bottom end there in second place, followed by Mick Harris. And 264, Gary Linton. Wayman Jr. on course for an easy opening win here at Overton Stadium for the BriSCA Formula 1s. Closing stages of heat number 1, 4 laps to go for Wayman Jr. Second place is Andy Turner. Third is Mick Harris, coming around the bottom end. Gary Linton catching a little bit on Mick Harris. 226, Mark Webster holding fourth place quite easily. But Wayman Jr. goes a little bit wide on the bottom end, but holds it on. 3 laps to go for Frankie Wayman Jr. number 1. Andy Turner got a comfortable second place and number 8 Mick Harris in third. It's coming under a bit of pressure from Gary Linton in 264. Down the back home straight, Mick Harris, Gary Linton catches slowly but surely with only 3 laps left. I don't think he'll be able to catch him. 2 laps to go for Wayman Jr. Andy Turner in second place, Mick Harris in third and Gary Linton fourth. Fifth is Mark Webster in 273. Roy through his court, looks to be a lap down. So it's Wayman Jr. in first place. Wayman Jr. down the back straight. Last lap, board goes out for Wayman Jr. Second place is Andy Turner and third is Mick Harris. 264, Gary Linton comes through to fourth and Mick Webster in fifth. On the last bend, number 1, current world champion Frankie Wayman Jr. coming through for the checkered flag. Heat number 1, BriSCA Formula 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Red flags, Mr. Starter, red flags. So an eventful opening heat there at Overton Stadium, 2 race stoppages. And the man coming back through from the back of the grid, number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. All the way through from the 20 starters to take heat number 1, BriSCA Formula 1. Going in the bottom bend, current world champion Frankie Wayman Jr. Front of the area rounds, heat number 1, BriSCA Formula 1. .507, that's Neil Smith from Bedford. Red tops, and 137, Andy Jacklin from Stockport in Cheshire. At the side of Andy Jacklin, we have 383 and 338 Chris Brock's up, the man who's on fire at the moment. 2 heats, 2 finals, to be up to Superstar next month. His last meeting's in the yellow top, Chris Brock's up in the CF Me Chevrolet car, keeping an eye on him. Back to the blue tops, 226 Mark Webster. 446 Steve Booth from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. 140. Yeah, no. Stuck in my throat. That's 140 Andy Robinson from Stockport in Cheshire. 280 Colin Nunn is next on the grid, and bringing up the blues is 507 Neil Smith. Neil comes from Bedford in Bedfordshire. Back to the star grade men, 137 Andy Jacklin from Stockport in Cheshire. 383 Big Dave Johnson there, who'll be putting the bumper in, keep an eye on for the back of the grid. And 477 Mark Brightmore, a big crash in heat number 1. 180 Ray Witts. 391 Andy Smith. And John Lunder, your 4 superstars. It's over to you, Mr. Starter. Heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Around the bottom bend, waiting for the green flag to drop. Oh, here we go, heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1. 136, Jacklin takes nearly Steve Baxter up the inside, looking for a repeater last month. 338, Chris Brock's up, it's an early yellow man to go through. Everybody makes it safely around the first bend. It's 136, Steve Jacklin in the lead. Coming under pressure from Steve Baxter in number 19 and 44, Ken Oates. 274, Dave Gordon goes through for third place. Chris Broxup already making inroads onto the leaders. Andy Robinson comes to grief on the bottom bend with 280, Colin Nerd. 477, Mark Bravo on the infield, not a good night for Mark. It's 136, Steve Jacklin on the bottom bend with 19, Steve Baxter. The superstars are clashing on the bottom bend here, nose to tail. Your leader goes through, it's 136, followed by number 19, 274. Chris Broxup, 336 in fourth place. So it's down the back straight, 136, Steve Jacklin your leader. 19, Steve Baxter putting pressure on him all the time. The superstars are bunched up on the back grid, making no impression so far. 136, Steve Jacklin coming through, number 19, Steve Baxter. Chris Broxup up into third place, he's the one to keep an eye on. Takes third place off Dave Brown, so it's 136, number 19 and 338. 446, Steve Booth, blue top, making inroads from the blue grade, and Dave Johnson the first of the red top for sure. Steve Baxter goes through to the lead, Chris Broxup in second place. Chris Broxup trying to get the bumper in, and to get on the inside, but Steve Baxter holds on. So it's 19, Steve Baxter from 338, Chris Broxup. 136, Steve Jacklin, and 291, Dan Squire. Down the home straight the other time, Steve Baxter just holding on. Chris Broxup plus the bumper and tries to push him wide. Steve Baxter going wide and Chris Broxup's on the inside. The man at the moment is the lead in heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Pile up on the bottom end there, Ken Oates, speed took out. Chris Broxup coming up against back markers, it's 477 who's the back marker. Mark Bramwell, the star man, putting under pressure from 338, Chris Broxup. 19, Steve Baxter. Andy Jacklin, the first of the red tops. 136, Steve Jacklin spins on the bottom bend, avoiding action there from John London, Andy Smith. Neil Smith just about gets through. 136, Steve Jacklin stuck on the bottom bend, he fires it up. 338, Chris Broxup, still your leader from number 19, Steve Baxter. 383, Dave Johnson now starting to show from the red tops. But it's 338, Chris Broxup. Wave yellers, a big crash on the bottom then there, Mark Webster. In front of the Sportsman's Tavern, Mark Webster going in hard on the bottom bend there. Your leader, 338, Chris Broxup. Second, 19, Steve Baxter. And third, 383, Dave Johnson. We can get the tractors over there and pull him out as soon as possible. But your leader, 338, Chris Broxup, is on fire there. John Lund pulls off to centre green. A problem with the 53 car there, John Lund. Chris Broxup got a flyer from the front of the grid there. Left everybody standing, and as soon as he got up the inside of Steve Baxter in number 19, he was away. Down the back straight, nice and steady, keeping them rolling. So over to Mr. Starter, keeping the eyes on the green flag. Down the bottom end. 338 Chris Broxup going to make the break from the front. And away we go, 338 Chris Broxup pulls away. 19 Steve Baxter goes in through a Jack Walker on number 70. Steve Booth comes under pressure from 137. Andy Jacklin. 338 Chris Broxup getting the break again. Second place man Steve Baxter coming under pressure from Steve Booth, who in turns coming under pressure from 137 Andy Jacklin. Steve Baxter moves out wide and it's 137. Andy Jacklin plus the bumper hard on there and Steve Booth goes fenceward. Keeps it going. The bumper's going in the back of the grid. Andy Robinson goes wide and collects a fence post. But it's 338, halfway next time Mr. Starter for 338, Chris Broxup. 137, Andy Jacklin to second place, and Frankie Wayman Jr. coming through. 338, Chris Broxup pulling away. A good battle for second place between Andy Jacklin, 137. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. 180, Ray Waits. Halfway for 338. Frankie Wayman Jr. in second place. Ray Waits putting pressure on all the time, and Andy Smith coming into the picture. Second, third and fourth, all together third in the back straight. But 338, Chris Broxup, man who's in the lead. Moving into the second half of the race, 338. 137, Andy Jacklin and Frankie Wayman Jr. in third place. Ray Waits moves up to fourth, 391, Andy Smith in fifth. Chris Broxup seems to have to push on them all at the moment. Then the home straight in front of the starter. 338, Chris Broxup. 5 laps next time for your leader. 5 laps next time for the 338 Chris Broxup. Andy Jacklin goes wide and Wayman Jr. cards up. Ray Waits on the inside and Andy Smith going through for third. Andy Jacklin and Frank Wayman Jr. caught together on the bottom end. Ray Waits gets the chance to move up to Chris Broxup ahead there. Callender moving across the track in front front of Railways, but he seems to move him. 180 Railways moving away from second place. Third place, number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. and Andy Smith coming through. 4 laps to go. 338 Chris Roxo. 180 Railways, number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. 391 Andy Smith. Down the back straight, the closing stages of heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1. That's 338 Chris Roxo. 180 Railways. Andy Smith putting pressure on Frankie Wayman Jr. to take third place. A great battle going on there for third place. Andy Smith moved through. Down the back straight, Railways can have his work cut out to catch up to 338 Chris Brox up in this heat. 338 coming through with 2 laps to go. One back marker in his way. 2 laps to 338 Chris Brox. So Railways making a bit of an impression, and Andy Smith coming through third. Frankie Wayman Jr. up to fourth, but the man of the moment, 338 Chris Brox up. He's the one to keep an eye on. The last lap board's coming out, but the back marker could be in the way. It could be a last lap bench from 180 Railways. Chris Brox moves up the inside. Railways is in striking distance. It's going to be a last bend to keep your eye on the 2 going down the back straight. 338 Chris Brox up, about to get the big one from Railways. Too far away, Chris Brox up comes through for a good win in heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1. There's your leader, 338, 180 Railways in second place. A good action-packed race there at Alreton Stadium, and Chris Brox up carries on his winning streak. 338 Chris Brox up your leader. There's your winner. Right. Red flags. Red flag, Mr. Starter. Another emphatic.
But we'll see.
You got extremely close on the last bend there. You've had a good start, well, a good month certainly. The last couple of weeks you had some excellent races.
Yeah, it's been going well. Being yellow helps, but we'll slow down a bit next week.
Right, best of luck. Well done, Chris. Cheers.
Heat number 2, BriSCA Formula 1, 338 Chris Brox up. Another good win there for Chris. Formula 1 stock cars. Moving down the back straight, the white graders round the bottom bend. It's over to Mr. Starter. Away we go. Heat number 3, BriSCA Formula 1, number 17, Danny Wright, first to Joe. 17, Jack Walker, and Phil Bicknell in number 7. 207, Neil Smith puts the bumper in there. 17, Danny Wright leading. The red tops are all bunched up on the bottom bend here. First red to show is Dave Johnson sticking the butter in on Andrew Robinson. But it's Danny Wright, your leader, down the bottom bend. Followed by number 70, Jack Walker. 17, Danny Wright. Number 70, Jack Walker. And 207, that's Darren Smith. Number 7, Phil Bicknell's making his way through. First of the yellows to show is 291, Dan Squire. And 242, Dave Nichols. The red tops are charging down the home straight here. All red tops together. The first of the reds to show is 383, Dave Johnson. But Danny Wright's your leader coming through. Second is 17, Jack Walker, and third is 207, Darren Smith. First of the yellows to show is Dan Squire, keep going. Chris Brox up's not got a break on this one, but it's early days yet. Danny Wright, still your leader, coming on the bottom bend in front of Mr. Starter. Another lap completed for number 17, Danny Wright. 17, Jack Walker, a good drive from him there in the long car. The 207, Darren Smith holding third place. 274, Dave Gaunt in fourth, and 19, Steve Baxter in fifth. Railways leads the superstars down the back straight. Andy Turner's moved in front of Andy Jacklin. The red tops are making no impression so far on this heat number 3. Number 17, Danny Wright, a good driver here. Second is 70, Jack Walker, and third is 207, Darren Smith. Steve Baxter and Dave Gaunt having a good battle for 5th place. Dave Johnson plus the bumper in on 291, Dan Squire. Round the bottom bend again in front of the starter. Number 17, Danny Wright's your leader. 17, Jack Walker second, and 207, Darren Smith holding third place. Steve Baxter still in fourth, and the white top driver's having a good run in heat number 3. Down the back straight, being held up by a back marker is Darren Wright, but he's still in the lead. Danny Wright, still your leader, coming through. So it's number 17, followed by number 70, 207. Number 19's in fourth place. Chris Broxham not making no impression at all. Andy Turner goes through to lead the red tops. He's up on Frankie Wayman Senior's back bumper. Mick Harris pulls up to the centre green there, not much luck in this one, but 17, Danny Wright's your leader. From 17, Jack Walker. The bumper's going in. It's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. Halfway next time. 17, Danny Wright. It's an high-speed train in heat number 3. The white tops are holding it on the bottom straight. Halfway. 17. Second is number 17. Third is 207. 274 in fourth. Chris Brock's up past the bumper in turn. Wave yellows. Wave yellows. Your leader is 17, Danny Wright. We'll have him slowing down to a space here. Number 17 is your leader, just going through. Moving around at an amazing pace. They're in at number 3, the BriSCA Formula Ones. The white tops doing a brilliant job out of the front of the grid. Nobody's making no impression. The first 4 places in it's going into the second half. All white tops. 7. Round the bottom bend. The green flag drops. Your leader is 17, Danny Wright. Up into second place is 207, Darren Smith, and Jack Walker drops down to third. Chris Brock's up point the bumper in further down the grid on 242, Dave Nichols. Danny Wright still moving over, 207, Darren Smith moves up. Dave Gartner puts the bumper in for third place. Oh, Danny Wright still your leader, moving ahead. Oh, a bit of a pile up there. Dave Nichols goes into the fence. It takes Chris Brock's up with him. That's the end of tonight's race. Chris Brock's up. 17, Danny Wright, still your leader. So it's number 17, Danny Wright coming through. He's led from the very first lap. He's still your leader. 17, Danny Wright. 5 next time, down the back straight, he's out on his own, 207, Darren Smith in second. 70, Jack Walker still on to third. He's coming under pressure from 264, Gary Lenton. And Andy Turner, your first superstar to show through. 17, Danny Wright goes through with 5 to go next time. 5 to go next time for your white top leader. 17, Jack Walker goes hard to the fence, but he pulls it out. Down the back straight, 17, Danny Wright, a brilliant drive. Darren Smith gets hooked up in second place, and Gary Lenton tries to go up the inside. It's 5 next time, can Danny Wright hold on? Darren Smith coming under intense pressure there from 264, Gary Lenton, Andy Turner. Gary Lenton moves through to second place, but up the inside goes Andy Turner. Gary Lenton spins out. It takes the first 5 out with him, but Danny Wright still your leader, 4 to go. Second place is 488 Andy Turner from the back of the grid. And in third place is now 180 Ray Waits. John Lundegood drive up there for 4th place from the back of the grid. He's got the car moving a bit better. Danny Wright's coming round to take. 3 laps to go for the white top. Andy Turner now on his back bumper. The closing stages of heat number 3. It's number 17, Danny Wright, coming under intense pressure now from 488. Andy Turner puts the bumper in, the start man goes through. Andy Turner, your leader, as they come through with 2 laps to go. From the back of the grid, Andy Turner, 488 and 17, Danny Wright. 180 Ray Waits up to 3rd place and 53, John London 4th. Andy Turner moving ahead now. Can Danny Wright hold on to 2nd place after a brilliant drive? Ray Waits, the superstar, putting pressure on number 17, Danny Wright for 2nd. Last lap ball goes out for 488, Andy Turner. Ray Waits move on the inside to get 2nd place, and John Lund moving through for 4th. Your leader down the back straight, 488 Andy Turner and 180 Ray Waits. Number 17, Danny Wright holding 3rd place. Can John Lund sneak up the inside? Your checkered flags up and down. Your winner, 488 Andy Turner, 180 Ray Waits. 17, Danny Wright just holding on to 4th place and 53. John Lund and Andy Smith coming through for 5th. Brilliant high-speed entertainment at Elverton Stadium, Sheffield here. Your leader from the back of the grid, 488 Andy Turner. From the young man from the front of the grid, 17 Danny Wright. Just not enough laps to hold on to. And 488 Andy Turner comes through for a win in heat number 3, BriSCA Formula 1. 8 Andy Turner. Oval action at its best here at Elverton Stadium, Sheffield, in association with Dixon Ford.
Well done, Andy. Excellent race there. How's it going for you?
I was always looking at BriSCA where Lundy and Smithy and Whitsey were. Yeah.
You looked fairly confident. You were sort of pulling away. They weren't catching you.
Yeah, I'm glad it's dried up because we'd gone for a tyre choice with her dry. When I came out onto the track and saw it wet, I thought, well, we might end up facing it wrong way here.
Anyway, you've done it. Well done, Andy. Enjoy your lap of honour. Cheers.
Let's hear it the home straight for your winner of heat number 3, BriSCA Formula 1. Andy Turner, 488 from Leeds in West Yorkshire. 488 Andy Turner, winner of heat number 3. Let's hear it, the Dixon 4 gram jump. Senior and 215 Jeff Nichols. Back to the start grade man, 137 Andy Jacklin. John Lund, 391 Andy Smith, and bringing up the rear of the pack, current world champion, number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. It's over to Mr. Starter, down the back straight they go, into the bottom bend. Here we go, tonight's grand final. Leader of the first lap, number 17, Danny Wright, taking the early lead from 136, Steve Jacklin, and 17, John Walker. 291, Dan Squire, and 242, Dave Nichols, the yellow tops. Spinner on the top bend is 137, Andy Jacklin. Going around the bottom bend, it's number 17, Danny Wright, still your leader, pulling out a lead from number 136, Steve Jacklin, 137, Andy Jacklin's had a spin, he's a lap down. 17's your leader from 136 and number 70. First of the yellows is 291, Dan Squire. 446, Steve Booth makes the grade from the blues. 226, Mark Webster's close on his heels. First of the red tops to show is number 8, Mick Harris. He's pushing Andy Robinson wide there. Andy Turner tries to get on the inside, but he's blocked off. Your leader coming through, number 17. Danny Wright, followed by 136, Steve Jacklin. 291, Dan Squire moves into third, followed by 242, Dave Nichols. 446, Steve Booth moves up to fifth. Down the back straight, number 17, Danny Wright, still your leader. Mark Bramall goes wide and collects the same fence post as in his heat. He's heavy into the fence there. Everything's okay, number 17, Danny Wright, still your leader. 136, Steve Jacklin, 137 spins out in front of the leaders. Number 17, Danny Wright's your leader. Wave yellows, Mr. Starter, wave yellows. Wave yellows around the track, number 17's your leader. 477 Mark Brightmore there, going into the fence, exactly the same place. Slow it right down. 17 Danny Wright leads him away from 136 Steve Jacklin, number 17 John Walker. Your two yellow tops is 242 Dave Nichols and 291 Dan Squire. Back to the blue tops, 140 Andy Robinson and 446 Steve Booth. Frankie Wayman Senior brings next and 227 Mark Webster. 215 Jeff Nichols brings the backs to the blues up. Move on to the red tops, 137 Andy Jacklin and number 8 Mick Harris. Around the bottom bend, your star graders coming through. Green flags down and away we go again. Number 17 Danny Wright once again gets the jump on the leaders. Into the first bend is 17 Danny Wright, 137 Steve Jacklin and 17 John Walker moves wide. 242 David Nichols the first to yellow to show the blue tops piling the pressure on. Superstars all together down the back straight. John Lund's the first of the superstars to make it. Andy Smith goes wide and clips the fence, but he's back on the racing line. 17 Danny Wright your leader from 136 Steve Jacklin and 242 Dave Nichols. Steve Booth wants to bump in on Dan Squire there, and Dan Squire goes wide and cuts the fence. Dan Squire slips the fence, comes back out, but he's okay. Into the bottom bend, it's 17 Danny Wright your leader from 136 Steve Jacklin. Danny Squire's on the bottom bend, but he seems to be okay. 242 Dave Nichols got the inside to second place. First of the blue tops to show is 446 Steve Booth and 212 Frankie Wayman Senior. Andy Jacklin's got Another jump on the red tops, and the superstar is John Lunn 53. John Lunn really moving around this track tonight. Number 17, Danny Wright, your leader from 242, Dave Nichols. 446, Steve Booth goes up the inside to take third place. He's been a final winner here in Days Gone Fast. Keep your eye on Steve Booth. 17, John Walker goes wide, catches Dan Squire. 137, Andy Jacklin spins, Andy Robinson gets up the inside, but your leader is number 17, Danny Wright. 242, Dave Nichols making inroads on the leader. Wave yellers, starter, wave yellers. Wave yellers and incident on the bottom bend once again. We have black flag for 291, Mr. Starter, black flag 291. So your leader is number 17, Danny Wright. Moved on to centre green, so taking over the lead is 242. Dave Nichols is your new leader, 446, Steve Booth in second. Star Grade Man coming through quickly tonight. John Lunn's on a move tonight. The first of the superstars up, followed by Ray Witts. 242's your leader coming round the bottom bend, Mr. Starter. Second place is 446 Steve Booth. Frankie Wayman Senior and 226 Mark Webster. Star Grade Man is 53. John Lunn, keep an eye on him. He's getting that car moving faster and faster with each meeting. It's over to Mr. Starter. Keep them rolling round to the bottom bend and we'll be away again. 242 your leader. 4 superstars in a row. You keep hold of them, they'll be flying round. Down the back straight, 242 your leader. 446 poised to put the bumper in on the first chance he gets. Round the bottom bend, it's over to Mr. Starter. Green's up and down and away, moving again. It's grand final. 242 Dave Nichols your leader from 446 Steve Booth. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior continuing his good form there in third place. John Lunn moves inside. 136 Steve Jacklin and Jeff Nichols up the inside. Jeff Nichols holds onto his place as John Lunn tries to pressure. So your leader 242 Dave Nichols, Steve Booth in second place 446. Frankie Wayman Senior having a good race and 226 up to fourth. John Lunn goes wide and clips the fence. John Lunn's out of it. John Lunn's clipped the fence there and the superstars go through. Ray Witts and Wayman Jr. side by side going into that bend. Ray Witts put the pressure on, trying to get Wayman wide, but he's not doing it. Up in the lead, Dave Nichols, still your leader from 446 Steve Booth. Frankie Wayman Senior puts the bumper in hard there. Ray Witts moves through up Jeff Nichols and Andy Turner makes the move and all. John Lunn's up the inside of Dave Nichols, but back up the front. 242 Dave Nichols your leader. 446 Steve Booth. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior and Mark Webster in 226. Frankie Wayman Jr. first of his starman to come through now. He's under pressure from Ray Witts. 242 Dave Nichols got a full lead straight on the starman. He's coming around the bottom end. In front of the starter, 242 Dave Nichols, 446 Steve Booth. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior. Halfway this time. He's done it now. 242 Dave Nichols your leader from 446 Steve Booth. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior in third place. Frankie Wayman Jr. putting pressure on all the time now. Mark Webster's between the two Frankie Waymans. The junior will be putting his pressure on his father in due course. 242 Dave Nichols is your leader from 446 Steve Booth. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior having a good race from 226 Mark Webster. Wayman Jr. puts the bumper in on Mark Webster to move him wide. Mark Webster don't move over in his own in his place. Junior Wayman trying to go the inside. So it's first 242 Dave Nichols, second 446 Steve Booth. Next comes 212 Frankie Wayman and 515. Dave Nichols holding 446 Steve Booth down the back straight. He's moving a little bit ahead of him. He's got a car's length up on Steve Booth in 446. Frankie Wayman Senior and Frankie Wayman Jr. battling for third place. Frankie Wayman Jr. is on the inside. 212 Frankie Wayman Senior drops into fourth. John Lunn puts the bumper in. Steve coming from the 53 from bumper, he puts the bumper in on Ray Witts and tries to get on the inside. Dave Nichols ready to control race at the front of the grid. 446 Steve Booth in second place. 5 up. Tonight's grand final, 242 Dave Nichols your leader from 446 Steve Booth. Number 1 Frankie Wayman Jr. is in third place and 212 Frankie Wayman having a good race in fourth. Down the on straight, one more lap completed. 5 laps next time, Mr. Starter. 5 laps next time. Dave Nichols going into the final stage in his heat. Wayman Jr. looks as though he could clean up with these two. It's 2-4-2, 4-4-6 and number 1. John Lund coming back to 4th place. A good drive from John Lund. 5 to go from 2-4-2, Dave Nichols. Steve Booth tries to put the bumper in and misses. Wayman Jr.'s up the inside. Steve Booth hold on to 2nd place. Wayman Jr.'s got a 2nd. He's up the inside of Steve Booth. Can Steve Booth turn the compliment? It's 2-4-2 with 4 to go. Dave Nichols your leader. Frankie Wayman Jr. 2nd. John Lund's really flying through now. John Lund's the fastest man on the track at the moment. It's 2-4-2 from number 1. 53 John Lund, can he make it his first final of the year? Wayman puts the bumper in on Dave Nichols. Can Dave Nichols come back? John Lund's on Wayman Jr.'s bumper. It's going to be a grand finish this. Down the back straight, Wayman puts the bumper in again. Dave Nichols goes wide. John Lund's up the inside of him. It's Frankie Wayman Jr. John Lund going to put the bumper in. John Lund up the inside, Wayman goes wide. John Lund takes the lead, a brilliant move from John Lund. And Frankie Wayman Jr. returned the compliment now, what a race. 53, John Lund in the lead from number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. John Lund goes wide, Wayman's up the inside. Final lap, ball goes out, Wayman Jr.'s in the lead. 53, John Lund down to 2nd. Ray Witt spins out there and Andy Turner moves up to 3rd place. It's Junior Wayman down the back straight for the last time. Junior Wayman into the home straight, checkered flags up, it's coming down. Tonight's grand final winner number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. 53 John Lund and 488 Andy Turner. 4th place, could have been Frankie Wayman Jr. there. What a brilliant race there for the BriSCA Formula 1 grand final. Frankie Wayman Jr. and John Lund giving everything that's best in BriSCA Formula 1. Wayman Jr. lost the lead with 2 laps to go. John Lund up the inside, but Wayman returned the compliments. Frankie Wayman Jr. to winner of tonight's grand final. But a brilliant race from 2nd place man 53 John Lund and 3rd place 488 Andy Turner. Wayman Jr. lost the lead with 2 laps to go. John Lund up the inside, but Wayman returned the compliments. Frankie Wayman Jr. to winner of tonight's grand final. But a brilliant race from 2nd place man 53 John Lund and 3rd place 488 Andy Turner. Well, there you go. John Lund finally getting his car on top form. Unlucky to come out 2nd place then, but tonight, winner of tonight's grand final. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. His first final win of the month there. 2nd was John Lund. What a brilliant race. Everybody on the tiptoes there. And Jim Pratt walks through on his 75th birthday. Wayman Jr. Second was 53, John Long getting his car back on track to defend his British Championship next week at Coventry. Just not long enough to get hold of Frankie Wayman Jr. Brilliant race, the best in BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars here at Oldton Stadium, Sheffield.
Watch, Frank, what did you think?
Bloody hard work. That was a good race to be in. There were a lot happening, a lot of different leaders. We're all very close at the end now. So.
You were obviously conscious of John there. We thought he got you.
Yeah, he come up there from nowhere. We were sort of seeing him coming at last minute and we were struggling to get past Dave Nichols, who drove a superb race. We just managed to get him at the end.
Right, well done, Frank. I'll have a word with Andy again and wait for John to come over. Oh, he's on his way. Late as ever. You're not getting it yet. Andy's more interested in his toffee. Good race, Andy.
Yeah, enjoyed that. I'm glad Dave Nichols got in which his way. I don't think I'd have caught him otherwise.
No, you're not supposed to say things like that. You're supposed to say, it was a good race, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Witts and Dave Nichols. I enjoyed that.
Right, we're going to get on with this presentation.
Let's hear it for the winner of tonight's grand final. Number 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. Second, 53, John Lunder. Brilliant drive from Lunder there, trying to get his first final of the season. And third, 488, Andy Turner.
Actually, there, that flat tyre, but a good race.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Obviously, the car's coming together.
Oh, it's getting a bit better now, yeah.
And I said tonight it'll come right. It went well yesterday, it'll come right tonight, so you've got to get there shortly.
Well, I hope so.
Right, thanks a lot, John. Well done.
Last night at Bellevue. Down the back straight, Frankie Wayman Jr. will be keeping him nice and tight. He's a lap down. He's got to catch up these cars before he can go through to get a result. Over to Mr. Starter. The green flag's up and it's down, and Wayman's away, but it's a lap down. So your leader, 44 Ken Hobbs, and number 17 John Walker. 226 Mark Webster's the first of the blue, and 14 Andy Robinson. Mick Harris is the first of the rest to show. Raywit's going up the inside of Andy Jacklin. Andy Turner pushing on for another place. Down the back straight, it's 44 Ken Oaks is keeping up with number 1 Junior Wayman. A brilliant drive there from Ken Oaks is keeping up with the current world champion. 44 your leader. Second place is 226 Mark Webster over him to second, and number 17 Jack Walker. 14 Andy Robinson and number 8 Mick Harris brings up the rear of the grid. Down the back straight, and Ken Oaks is great guns there, keeping up with the current world and national points champion Frankie Wayman Jr. Mark Webster's made it through the blue grid up into second place. So your leader is 44 Ken Hobbs, 226 Mark Webster, and number 70 John Walker. Andy Turner moves up to fourth place from the back of the grid, followed by Mick Harris in number 8 and 180 Ray Waits. Junior Wayman's making no impression at all on this field. 44 Ken Hobbs is doing a brilliant drive, the A-grade driver. The white top keeping up with the current world champion. Mark Webster making impression on second place. Third, Andy Turner comes through to take third from John Walker. Fourth place is 180 Ray Waits, and fifth is 137 Andy Jacklin. Number 8 Mick Harris takes a spin, but he's back on the racing line. Junior Wayman burning his tyres around there, trying to make up this lap handicap. He's on double points and double prize money if he can get a place in this last race. But the leader is 44 Ken Oaks and 226 Mark Webster in second. 488 Andy Turner putting pressure on Mark Webster to take second place. Andy Turner's up the inside, Mark Webster trying to resist the attention, but Andy Turner goes through. Mark Webster tries to retaliate, but he's not got the heels to catch him. And 44 Ken Oaks is still the leader. 488 Andy Turner is in second place. The bumper nearly goes in there. Ken Oaks still holds on to first place with Andy Turner in second place. 226 Mark Webster's in third, and a brilliant drive from John Walker, number 70, to get forward. Down the bottom bend, and Andy Turner's up the inside. They come together. Andy Turner pushes Ken Hobbs wide. Andy Turner's your leader, Mr. Starter, coming down the home straight. Andy Turner, 488. Second place is Mark Webster, and third is Ken Hobbs. Fourth place is 70 John Walker. And Ray Waits, the superstar from the back of the grid, followed by 137 Andy Jacklin. Andy Turner's got a clear lead there. He's trying to catch up on Junior Wayman now. Junior Wayman smoking all tyres as he goes round that bottom bend. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter. Halfway next time for 488 Andy Turner. 226 Mark Webster. 44 Ken Hobbs is slowing down as 180 Ray Waits come the inside. Andy Jacklin takes the place. John Walker is struggling and all, but Ken Hobbs is dropping back at remarkable speed. Your leader comes through the halfway stage. 488 Andy Turner. 226 Mark Webster's in second place, and 180 Ray Waits is third. Andy Jacklin's moved up to fourth. Your leader down the back straight is 488 Andy Turner. Got a comfortable lead from 226 Mark Webster. Junior Wayman takes the first place back. He's past 140 Andy Robinson. He's up a place, but the leader is 488 Andy Turner. He comes through. 226 Mark Webster at 180 Railways is second and third. So your leader is 488 around the Sportsman's Tavern Bend. 226 Mark Webster close. Second at 180 Railways is in third place. 137 Andy Jacklin. 5 laps next time for your leader, Mr. Starter. 5 laps at 488 Andy Turner. Railways up to third. Fourth place is 137 Andy Jacklin. And fifth is number 8 Mick Harris. Ken Oak still on to sixth, and Junior Wayman's up to seventh. The bumper goes in from Junior Wayman. Pushes the white top wide, but he can't get up the inside. The leader comes round to complete another lap. 5 laps to go this time for Andy Turner. He's on the back straight. And the closing stages tonight's Formula 1 Grand National. 488 Andy Turner about to lap number 70 John Walker. Junior Wayman slips up this inside of Ken Oates to take 6th place. 226 Mark Webster comes through with 4 to go. 180 Railways is 4th. Coming around for 5th this is 137 Andy Jacklin. And 6th is number 8 Mick Harris. Junior Wayman from his 1 leg handicap is up to number 6. Lap boards go out. 488 Andy Turner. 3 laps to go. Andy Turner pushes John Walker wide. He clips the fence, but he's back on the racing line. 488 Andy Turner down the back straight. Railways is slowly but surely catching Mark Webster in 2nd place. And Andy Jacklin is comfortable in 4th. Junior Wayman up to 5th. Mick Harris is slowing down as Ken Oates goes up the inside to get a place back, but 488 Andy Turner's your leader. 2nd place is Mark Webster in 226 and 3rd is 180 Railways. Your leader comes into Sportsman's Tavern Bend. Final stages of tonight's Grand National. 488 Andy Turner with a comfortable win. 2nd place is 226, now coming in intense pressure. 180 puts the bumper in on 226. Mark Webster goes wide, Waywitz can't make up the inside, and Mark Webster keeps his 2nd place. Checkered flags out for your leader. Last man up there, 180 puts the bumper in. Andy Turner's your winner. And Junior Wayman a creditable 5th place from a lap down. Keep him going, Mr. Starter, keep him going. 488 Andy Turner, red flag, Mr. Starter, red flag. Andy Turner, your winner there of tonight's Grand National qualifying round.
As I've spoke to.
Well, yeah, all I can put it down to is I nearly took back axle out at car last night at Bellevue. I think shunt on head must have done a bit of good.
It's not a bad night's work. You get on there and enjoy your lap of honour. Cheers, well done.
On the home straight, 488 Andy Turner from Leeds in West Yorkshire. Young man learned his trade in the hot stocks, the V8 Brigade, and now he's moved up to the big ones, the Formula 1 stock cars. 488 Andy Turner, sponsored by CJBS Engine Builders.